Market volatility is incoming, guys. We've got the most important data point of the month, NFP, US official jobs data tomorrow at 1:30 London time. So guys, you remember we talked about this last month. For a time, when this coronavirus pandemic started, markets actually stopped caring so much about NFP. Normally, like I said, it's the most important data of the month, but back when the pandemic first happened and lockdowns first came into force, markets actually started to look at weekly jobless claims data as the most important gauge of the labour market because, well, you know, these lockdowns literally happened in 1 week. So there was that massive, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 week spike in unemployment, and the best way to gauge that was through the weekly jobs data. However, we're getting to the point now where initial jobless claims, continued jobless claims, all that kind of stuff has massively stabilised. And again, markets are starting to pay more attention to that official government Bureau of Labour Statistics official data, basically. And pretty much the importance of NFP came back with a bang last month. And you remember, because we went crazy over this in the blog because it was amazing. But basically last month, at the beginning of June, we got May's official data. And markets thought that that data was going to show 8 million jobs lost in May. On the contrary, 2.5 million jobs were created. And at the time, everyone was like, oh my God, a beat on consensus of 10.5 million. You are never, ever going to see another beat on consensus like that in NFP. Never. It's not possible, unless there's another global pandemic that does a big shutdown. Otherwise, not going to happen. Obviously, at the time, massive risk on. And basically, for tomorrow's data, markets are looking to see if that positive momentum that we saw in May continued into June. Most people expect it did. Consensus estimate for NFP tomorrow is about 3 million. A couple of people looking for a little bit more, a couple of people looking for a bit less, but most people expect that this positive momentum continued. So, how is the market going to react? Well, I mean, obviously, if we get another big beat on consensus, could see some risk on, stocks going higher, AUD, NZD, CAD going higher, crude going higher, havens like gold, US government bonds, you know, JPY getting hit, dollar mixed reaction, because remember, good US data is dollar positive, but then risk on is dollar negative, so might be a mixed reaction for the dollar. Obviously, vice versa, if the data is bad, could see risk off. One thing of note though, markets might not be quite as volatile on this data as they were last month, because a lot of people at the moment are talking about the fact that towards the end of June, the situation in the US economically has worsened because of that second wave of coronavirus. So you imagine this, you get really good data for June, markets might look at that data and think, well, we want to see July's data now because we want to see the impact of this second wave. So yeah, okay, June was great, but what if we start going backwards with job losses again in July because of this second wave, further lockdowns, more consumers staying at home because they're scared of catching it in the public? So might be a little bit less volatility on this data for that reason. However, obviously that means July's NFP data, which is going to be released at the beginning of August, is going to be even more important. So NFP definitely not losing its importance going forward. That is pretty much it from me for now, and I'll see you in the next one.